Hello and welcome back to Cruising Off Duty.
Hello, we are still together.
Yes, we are. I didn't want to film another episode here in my house and
Without me around.
And have you wonder why Janice isn't in it.
I'm never around.
Yeah, there's a reason, because she's not only working her regular job, but we're trying to expedite our trip to buy our catamaran in 4 years instead of 5. So we're trying to power down that debt. And
so the debt payment schedule is advanced.
Yes. So she's picked up another part-time job, and that's why she's almost never here. So I almost never see her. She's heading off right now to go work, but just thought I'd give you a little time on camera.
So his part-time job on the side is the YouTube. I don't assist with that, so I do this other thing.
Yeah, this takes a lot of my time. So I can pick up little jobs like paid duties.
While I'm doing that, he's doing this.
Yeah, I do this mostly, but if I really needed to make money, I can do paid duties at work as a police officer.
If we decide the mortgage isn't coming down fast enough, he can start picking up extra shifts at work. And that can...
You don't have that option.
I do not, no.
So there you go. She's off to her second job, but I just wanted to say that she is around.
Yeah, so here I am, so you don't forget what I look like, and we'll see you around.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Okay, now it's just me. I just wanted to see Janice's face, let you know she's still around in case you were worried. I want to talk about what's really exciting me about the channel and what's going to happen going forward. Those last 2 episodes, the passing of my friend, and just a lot of things have really made me think this channel needs to be more than just a sailing channel, which is pretty much, I mean, even my logo has a sailboat in it. Pretty much a lot of people watch this channel because they're really into sailing. And I have a lot of other interests, and I'm sure you as viewers have a lot of other interests. And those last 2 episodes where I was really talking about living life to the fullest, making every day count, going out and making memories, whether it's local, just going camping or hiking local to your house, or crossing oceans like I'll be doing in May. It doesn't matter, they're all memories. Now, of course, crossing oceans is one of those memories that very few people will get, but that doesn't mean you can't get a lasting memory close by. It resonated with a lot of people. I highly suggest you go back at least to the last episode there, but even the one before it, and check the comments underneath. They're just very inspiring. A lot of people telling me their life story and telling me why they had a tragedy in their life and it really changed their outlook on life. And I think that's what makes me passionate and what makes me excited going forward in this channel. I don't want it to be just Janice and I sailing around the Thousand Islands, and every once in a while I get invited to do some transatlantic crossing. That's great and all, but I got 4 more years, or we've got 4 more years of probably living here in Canada and doing pretty much what we're already doing now. And I think the channel needs to be broader than that, because not everybody who watches this is going to say, yeah, you're really making a good point there about getting out and exploring by sailboat. Not everybody can afford a sailboat, not everybody wants a sailboat, but people have other avenues of interest that are also just as exciting. And here's what I'm suggesting. This channel should be more about going out and making memories. And this is how we can work together and make this an even tighter community. What I'm suggesting going forward is, if you have something that you like doing that's exciting and you think that I would enjoy it, you invite me to come do something with you, whether it's ATVing, skidooing, mudding in a big 4x4 truck, one of those fast jet boats. You've seen me film with the drones, those poker runs where those guys have the super fast power boats. I've never been on one of those. If you've got something like that in your life that you have fun doing, you probably don't want to start a YouTube channel, but you might not mind me coming and filming it for you, making a memory with you, making it into an episode and sharing it with the community. And then what I'll do in return, it's sort of like a barter system. You might have something fun in your life that you like doing. I'll come do it with you. And then you get invited to my boat to do something with Janice and I in the Thousand Islands. Chances are you don't either want to spend the money or have the money to buy a sailboat, but you'd love to go out for a day or a weekend on someone else's sailboat. I may not own a fast jet boat or a power boat, but it might be fun to go out and do that. Or, you know what's funny? I live around the water all the time. I've never actually been on a Sea-Doo or one of those personal watercrafts. It's hard to believe. I see them go by my boat all the time, but I never know the people that are going by. So I wave and they wave and that's it. So maybe you have Sea-Doos and you're like, hey, come out, we'll shoot around the Thousand Islands on Sea-Doos. Who knows? You get my point though. It doesn't have to be in Kingston. It doesn't have to even be in Ottawa where we live. If you're further away, I don't mind driving to come to you. It could be something that you just want me to join you in, or it could be something that Janice and I can both join you in. In fact, I just got myself a new car, not because I wanted to, but because that red Mitsubishi Eclipse you've seen in previous videos finally bit the dust after 12 years of owning it. just too many things need to be fixed. My mechanics looked at it and said, dude, don't spend any more money on this car. Not that I've spent a lot, but so many things were going wrong all at once. He just said, just trade it in and get yourself another car. So I went out and got myself a used car, traded in my problem child to that used car company and got myself a new car. And I went with the mindset of I wanted something good on gas. So originally I was going out to look for something small like a Civic or something like that, because I can foresee in the future when we're looking to buy a catamaran to live on, we're going to be doing a lot of trips from Canada down to the southern United States, because that's where a lot of these boats are housed when they're up for sale, to Florida or wherever, South Carolina, North Carolina kind of area. And if every time we want to go back and forth to look at one of these catamarans, we're driving, that's a lot of kilometers. So I was planning originally to get a small, fuel-efficient car, not quite as small as Janice's. If you saw in that 2 episodes ago where Janice is a little blue putt-putt, that's cute, but I hate to say it, I'm kind of a manly man and I don't want to drive around in a tiny little smart car. But I wanted something that looked okay, so I had my mind set on something like a Civic or a Toyota, not the Corolla, the better one. Anyways, and when I started looking, I ended up finding a diesel BMW, a 328 diesel at an unbelievably cheap price, like way lower than it should be based on all the other cars of the same vintage. It's a 2014 328 diesel fully loaded for not much more than I would have paid for a Civic. I couldn't figure it out, so I called the company and said, has this thing been in a collision? And they went, no, it's just that it's winter in Canada and they're having a hard time unloading this diesel Jetta or diesel BMW, and he's just sick of having it on his lot. So he like fire sale priced it. And I was like, man, that's right in my budget. So you'll see that at some point. The point of all that isn't to say, woo, I got a BMW, because I've never had that nice of a car in the past, and I've never had a car with leather seats ever. And but anyways, you're gonna see it because we're gonna be doing road trips. So if you have something that you think would be cool for me to come to you and film and make an episode, introduce you to the channel there, and then introduce you to the channel again, probably weeks later when you come visit us in Kingston and go out on our boat, then we're up for it and we have the perfect car for it. Because with the diesel, I can drive that thing to death. I've seen diesels with 400,000 kilometers or miles on it and they're still kicking. So there you go. I have the perfect road trip car now. So anyways, yeah. So hopefully you think this is a great idea. For those of you that are into sailing, don't worry. This is not going to be a non-sailing channel. We still plan to live on a catamaran in the future. And then once we're doing that, I won't be as worried about the redundancy of the channel, because we'll be moving through different islands in the Caribbean and then going through the Panama Canal and then going through the South Pacific and blah, 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 blah. Needless to say, there won't be that repetitive nature. My concern with the channel is for the next 4 years, we're based out of Kingston. And because we have to work, we can only go so far before we have to turn around, come right back to Kingston again. So we're going to keep hitting those same anchorages, those same dozen anchorages over and over and over again. And if the channel was us going, hey, here we are going to Beau Rivage, and okay, now we're anchoring beside Wolf Island, and then you go, didn't you do that like 3 episodes ago? And yeah, probably, because we're limited to how far away we can go from our home base. But the memories aren't going to be about what anchorage we go to. We might have been to that anchorage 5 times already, but if we bring a new couple or new people on the channel and we film their experience sailing for the first time or what they enjoyed about it, that could be a great, not only episode, but a great memory for them and a great memory for the viewer to say, yeah, look, those people have never sailed and they enjoyed it. So maybe now I'm interested in getting into that lifestyle as well. So much can be gained by everybody. And I think it'll really broaden the channel, and it makes me more passionate, because I was a little bit concerned with, okay, I've been in the Thousand Islands for 2 seasons now. Next season will be the 3rd. And then I have a 4th, and then a 5th, and then maybe even a 6th before we finally jump over to the catamaran. So I was a little leery about how many times I can keep filming the same area around Kingston before it would be kind of not only boring for the viewer, but maybe a little bit boring for us, unless we're bringing people on that bring vitality to the episode and bring vitality to our weekend, because these people are super excited to be on our sailboat. And we might go, if it was just Janice and I, we'd be like, yeah, I guess we're going sailing again this weekend. Where do you want to go? Oh, well, the way the wind direction is, we might as well head towards Beau Rivage again for the 5th time. So you get the point. It might have been kind of tiring. Janice and I love meeting people. So there you go. It's a perfect win-win for everybody. We get to meet new friends that we'll make through this process. You get to have new experiences. The channel gets a broader perspective. And everybody learns that lesson to live every day to the fullest, make your days count and go out and make memories. Comment down below with what you think about this new path that I'm planning to bring the channel on, whether that excites you as much as it's exciting me. I'm sure it's going to make the channel have a broader audience because not everybody's into sailing. In fact, most people aren't into sailing. So this would be more of an adventure channel, doing fun things and experiencing life. So there you go. Also, I want to mention that some of the people I asked send me emails with photos of things you've done. There's one, the name wasn't put in the email. They thanked me for the channel and they sent me photos of what they do. Salvatora is what the email name had on it. So let's go with that. They sent me photos of their powerboat, very small powerboat, not covered at all, so really no sleeping accommodations. But they say they travel up and down the Trent Severn waterway, and they showed me photos of their tent beside their boat. And I thought, what a cool idea. I mean, they have the kind of boat that you go, this is a day, that boat you use for an afternoon because there's nowhere to sleep, there's nowhere to get out of the sun. And it would be fun to rip around on it, but most people would look at that and go, yeah, we'll rip around on it for a couple hours on a Saturday and then we're done using it. These people have the right idea. Go out and make memories, taking their little power boat and going up through the Trent Severn waterway, and when they're ready to stop, they throw their tent. I'll throw that photo on the screen. Funny story, that's how I got into loving of being on or around the water. When I grew up, my family didn't have a lot of money, so they couldn't afford to buy a boat. But one thing they could splurge on was every summer they rented a houseboat for 1 week. And I always look forward to that because our week on the waterways were so much fun. Me, my parents, my sister. Trent Severn Waterway was one of the areas we traveled. One season we did the Big Rideau Lake system. One season we did the Trent Severn Waterway system. We tried to pick different waterways so that every year wasn't the exact same spots. But the photos I'll show you, you're going to see a houseboat on one of the docks, and that's very similar to the type of houseboat that my parents used to rent for 1 week a year, and those memories still stick with me today. It was so much fun to swim off of this houseboat and fish off of this houseboat while we were enjoying life. So that's where I got my love for boating. So thanks for sending in that email. If anybody else has something that they're doing that they're proud to share and wants to send me some photos, I'll put it on the channel. Again, anything you want to talk to me about, send it to cruisingoffduty@gmail.com. I look forward to reading your emails and seeing your photos. So until next time, go out and make memories, and ciao for now. Like I've been saying, life is often too short, so get out there and make some memories. But even better, let's try and make some memories together. You think there's something that you have that would be interesting for the channel and a great memory for us? Then we will return the favor by inviting you up to our boat in Kingston, Ontario, Canada, where we'll make some memories for you. It's a win-win. We look forward to hearing from you, meeting you, and making memories together.